Folks, welcome back once again. You're tuned into the Friday Flows. Today we've got a fun episode for you, and we've got the return of the very first guest, Conor Dunne from the Labs team. Conor, what's the crack?
Hey Cameron, how's it going?
Good, long time no see, long time no speak. So good to have you back, man. Folks, what we're going to be covering in today's Friday Flows is actually quite a different use case that Connor actually has built out and just added into our story library, which I think is really interesting. That's going to allow you to basically generate a science case incident report or response timeline. This will show you kind of the versatility of how you can show different changes within cases. And then obviously once that case is closed, as Connor will show us, you'll be able to create a Gantt chart and that'll show you what's been done over a specific timeline. So looking forward to getting into this one. Again, one of those use cases that just really shows the versatility outside of your typical source stuff. So yeah, Connor, show us what we're getting into today, man.
Yeah, so the idea of this is, as you said, to create a Gantt chart after a case is completed so you can get that overview of how that case progressed. Now, before you can use the story, you do have to run this tiny little flow here. Sorry, I better be sharing my screen before I start talking about the flow.
I can imagine it in my mind.
Yeah. So if we have a look at the story here, you do have a small little flow. All this does is initializes your database in Notion just so you can keep track of all of your cases. So we have this case here, which is just a very simple case of malware detected. Simple in terms of what the process is, where it was assigned to me, it was put into progress. Now it was marked as done, but reopened again. But if I mark this as done, this will send this to this case here, and this deduplicate because of testing has blocked the case from going through. But if we just re-emit this, this should flow through here. And now we've got our Notion case here. As you can see, here's our Notion database. This will be all of our closed cases. And we can see here the different tags associated with cases, current status, the case ID, case title, and here's our Gantt chart. So if I just change this to preview, that's what it looks like.
I think just
Um,
even on that, that's actually, when you're kind of we're talking through workflow and I see something like this, it's actually a really, really interesting outcome to get from this because I think for any of the teams that watch a workflow like this, one huge part of it is how can I take the reportings from or the metrics or whatever things we're trying to track and monitor within a workflow, and how can I represent that in some
mhm.
kind of tangible chart or something that's visual and gives us an indication of what's been done within the workflow. So this is a really interesting example of that. Sorry, just jumping in.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, and also another handy thing as well with having this database of closed cases is after action reports. So again, if I've dealt with this case here, I've closed it, this entry has been made. I can add my notes of what was done during this case, any lessons learned, or anything we need to keep an eye on in the future. And that's our documentation done for any audit or compliance reasons as well, and something that we can come back to in the future if a similar incident was found. Well, what was done previously, we might want to do the same thing again, or if we did something previously, why did that not work to fully sort this issue? You can use these as notes to keep track of that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Even for MSSPs or anyone that's really trying to track metrics and visualize that and surface it if you weren't doing it in time, that's another great way of representing a lot of that data, man. So yeah, good stuff. Okay, sweet. Folks, if you are interested in seeing any specific use cases or technology included in the Friday flows, pop them in the comments below. If you liked it and you enjoyed it, obviously like and repost on LinkedIn. And make sure you follow Conor Dunne on LinkedIn. Connect, follow, of course. But yeah, folks, that's another workflow for today. Really appreciate you watching us, and we will catch you in the next one. Stay safe out there. Cheers.